tip. If you want me here, take a trip. It make you holler, it make you shout. Come along with me, we're tripping now. Now listen, girls, and listen, boys. These little things, they ain't no toys. They are for real, know what I mean. They make you holler, they make you shout. Come on, baby, we'll trip on out.
Oh shit! Sorry about that, guys. I thought I would be farther along than what I am, so I had to wait till I got to where I had enough signal to go live. Sorry about that. Out here walking from my place out to my parents' place because I didn't feel like fucking driving. Well, all right. The truth is I took a bunch of pills and I shouldn't be driving. That's why I'm walking. What's about what's up, Cruz? I could make one. If anybody helps, hit me. I connect with that. Jersey, what's going on, Jay? What's going on, Jay? 8-9 months. No, I'm not. I'm not JFK. All right, we back. Sorry about that. I got it. My signal sucks out here. Might have to wait till I get to where I know I have it. Oh. Anyway, I was talking to OTR earlier today, and him and Wolf might have a catch today. I don't know what time, but if they wind up getting a catch, I'll shut this fucking thing down. So if you guys see a notification for either one of them, let me know if I don't see it. Yeah, he didn't know when it was going to be, I don't think, when I was talking to him earlier, so whatever you fuckers want to do, I need to sit the fuck down or I'm going to wind up passing out. Whew. I think I'm going to bring some napalm out here and dredge this ditch. Is it true that I have a sweater made entirely of Barb's pubic hair? Yeah, you guys laugh at me now, but it's all the rage in London. It just hasn't hit the US yet, but it will. And then you'll all be saying you're sorry. Put my location on? No, I never do that. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm hydrating. I got my hydration right here. Well, if I go down out here, well, actually, I didn't tell them what route I was taking, but I would be found probably by morning, I would think. I don't know. I got a little pack of emergency shit down here, just in case, though, so I can survive a night quite comfortably. Where the hell is Bones, man? She wanted me to go live a couple days ago. I couldn't do it then. So I made one just for her, I think yesterday, and she didn't show up. I'm hurt. I'm actually hurt. All the trolls? Yeah, where the hell are all the trolls? Don't tell me. I'm hoping they didn't all get banned. I don't know. Bill versus Bear Grylls on an island full of grizzly bears. I tell you what, man. Bear Grylls tells you to do some stupid shit. I'm not even kidding, man. Like, it's like, I didn't really see a whole lot of it, but some of the shit I did see, it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, he's one of those guys that tells you to drink your own urine. That's not a good thing to do. It will actually poison you and dehydrate you faster. There's a reason why your body gets rid of it. What else was there? Oh, he was talking about how to, like in the movies, you know, like Indiana Jones and whoever, like they jump from a ship or a loading dock and grab a hold of those big cargo nets. And he said, what the mistake people make is, and you know what he said is true, but he said that the mistake people make is they try to just jump and grab a hold of the net instead of forcing their arms through it and hugging it so that they don't fall, which is true, but how many fucking people actually do that? Like, if you're supposed to be teaching people survival, why not teach them shit that they can actually use? I don't know. I'm just saying. With recent discoveries on Christie, will I be giving back her rent? The two are not related, but I do want to talk about that. I think that whole thing is bullshit, and I'll tell you why. Like, whoever made that video, which, if you look at how it's edited and the music they play and how they do it, it's pretty easy to narrow it down some. And when I saw that video, that was the only video on that channel. So whoever made it is hiding from it probably because they know it's bullshit. Now, as far as the earrings go, I would bet that every fucking cheap jewelry manufacturer in the world has made something similar to that. I've had girlfriends that have had, hearts with circles around them. They're not fucking anything. They're not into that kind of shit. So just because somebody's wearing something that somewhat resembles a symbol doesn't mean that they are that. You know, I've got shit with pentagrams on it, and I'm not a devil worshiper. So, and then as far as her helping, whatever the deal was, I'm not clear on the exact specifics of it, but As far as getting babies from the hands of parents that couldn't handle them into the hands of people that could, I'll tell you what, right now, I would risk a felony if I knew that I could help a baby have a better life where it was going to be taken care of and not mistreated. I would take that chance. I mean, I mean, they keep coming at people that really can't defend themselves, you know? And I think it's weak. And as far as the stuff they showed about Jules, that shit's been like everybody already knows all that stuff. It was not a secret. It's already been gone through. But kind of getting back to Bear Grylls, when I'm in, there aren't any bears around here, so you don't have to worry about that. There's no cougars, there's no mountain lions, nothing like that around here. There are no apex predators around here. But when I'm in bear country, I do carry a gun big enough to take it out if I have to. Oh, some of you have heard this story already. I probably won't tell the whole thing, but right here, right down here in this ditch is where I found my first dead body. And no, I didn't kill him. The dude was coming down this road, drunk, from that house down there. And I know you can't really see it on the camera, but there's a little jog in this road, and instead of taking the jog, he just went straight, and the guardrail that used to be there, he fucking took that out. And went airborne and landed down there. And then here I come a couple hours later, coming home from my girlfriend's house at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And I couldn't see the truck because it was well below the bank here. Anyway, I turned around, went back, so I saw the guardrail was gone, and boom, there's a dead guy down there. Turned out to be the father of a girl that I went to high school with. Pretty offensive to use that. What word? Oh man, I missed something. What word are you talking about, Patcon? I fathered a child in high school? No, I didn't have my first kid till I was like 25. No, the dead guy I found down here was the father of a girl that was in my class. Shit, I gotta get off the road. It was weird because we used to talk. We never dated or anything, but we used to talk every day, and we were good friends. But after that happened, like she just wouldn't talk to me anymore. I don't know why. I didn't go around like saying shit about him or anything. It fucking, I was like 17. I don't know how old I was. Yeah, like 17. Like that was like the first dead body outside of a. What's going on? That was the first dead body outside of a funeral home that I had ever like been with by myself. So it kind of fucked with me for a while. And then there was a period of like 4 or 5 years where if there was a nasty car accident anywhere around, somehow I was always the first on the scene. Well, I shouldn't say always, but like that happened a bunch of times. I don't know. I don't get it, but yeah. I got to mute up. I don't think you guys want to hear me blow my nose, but if somebody wants to jump up, you're more than welcome. Oh God, Pat Kahn is saying be more considerate of others. What a troll thing to say. But yeah, and as far as the fuck, I'll just tell the whole story. As far as the dead guy goes, we'll call him John because his name was John. Um, yeah, I was in Boy Scouts and I had all that first aid training and all that kind of shit. So I'm gonna be Mr. fucking superhero. Now remember, it was it's the first day of spring break actually, and it was still cold. So when he landed in the water went up to I don't know, like almost to the top of the wheel wells, and he broke through the ice. The ice froze around it, and I couldn't really see too well from where I was at. So I'm Mr. Superhero. Grabbed my first aid kit, jumped down from the top of the bank down into the bed of the truck, and like that dude's skin was pure white except for like on the bottom where it was black where the blood had settled. And his leg, the guardrail had come all the way. He's driving an I can't remember if it was an S10 or a Ford Ranger, one of the two little trucks. But anyway, the guardrail had come through the firewall and cut his leg off. So there I am down in the back of the truck. And, jumping down's easier than jumping back up. Stuck there with a guy that's all fucking mangled. Yeah, it messed with me for a while. Maybe that's what's wrong with me now. I don't know.
Hi, Phil.
What's going on, Christy?
Are you doing exercise?
No, I had to come out to my parents' house, so I decided to walk instead of drive. Well, I didn't really. I decided to walk instead of drive because I've been hurting pretty bad today, so I took a shitload of pills to get me going, and I really don't want to drive right now. So, yeah. So I'm just walking from my place to out to my parents' house.
Oh, okay. I just came up to say something real fast, if you let me. I'm not turning my camera on. I don't know who made the video, the 15-minute video of me and whatever. I really don't care about that. But they're doxing my grandson, and I wanna please ask that person or persons to please delete the video because my grandson appears 4 times. He's a baby, he's 9 months old, and he appears in that video. Whatever else is said, mentioned, pictures and everything, it's okay. I've already talked to Mexican and American for what's it called? What to do in case of. And the first option was ask the person to delete it. And that's what I'm doing because I don't know who it is. So my grandson is the baby that's in the video that already has been seen, and I'm asking that person to please take it down. You can do it again without my grandson. And that's it. Thank you, Phil.
All right, no problem.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, you heard the lady. I was like, whoever put that video up is a fucking pussy, and it's not hard to narrow it down just by how it's edited. The fact that, at least when I saw it, that was the only video on that channel. It tells me that they lack the balls to admit to putting it together because they know that most of it's bullshit. I mean, of all the shit that's provable that they could take the time to make a video on, they have to go after fucking Christie? I mean, come on. All right. We are almost there, so I'm killing the camera for now. And I don't know why people keep making a big deal out of me taking her wrench. It had nothing to do with that, with anything in that video. And it had nothing to do with that. And it's really none of y'all's goddamn business. And I will also tell you that neither Sammy or Gabby asked me to take her wrench. They didn't even ask. And I don't let people tell me who I can and can't have modded anyway. So. Maybe I got set. What's going on, Richard B? Has anyone put money on Ed's books? I've heard that they did. I don't know if they were just trolling, but I've heard that a couple of people did. What do you mean, Dead Twist? I've always had you. Are you not modded now? Did I forget to remod you? I gotta. If I on StreamYard, you can't tell who you got modded and who you don't, and I don't ever fucking remember. But you've always been a mod for me. Yeah, Todd's Cash App. Most of my 90% of my mods I've had conversations with, and I know who the hell they are. Like I like your account. You seem pretty cool, but I can't mod a troll account if I don't know who the hell you are. Cat Ice Pod or Tetris, the Bingo Dabbers to send in a few bucks. Oh shit. Yeah. I probably do know you, Todd's Cash App. I don't know who the hell you are right now. All right, Dead Twist, I'll get you modded. I had your old account modded, but apparently I forgot to do this one. But I'm telling you right now, if you rogue mod me, I will take it. I don't have the information to put money on Ed's books. I don't know where to send you. Todd said he was sending Ed soap on a rope. Well, I mean, if you're gonna take a shower in jail, that's the thing to have. That isn't my. See, I thought so. You motherfucker. You have the info. Be serious. Well, I mean, I don't know if it'd be a good idea to put it up here or not because people could use that for nefarious reasons. I think maybe that's something that should be passed around privately. I don't know. It is already. Yeah, see, that's what I was always told. I haven't. I've been to county jail a few times. I've been detained a few times, and this, that, and the other. Interrogated a few times. Never really did any time other than a few hours. So I don't have a whole lot of firsthand experience being in jail other than when I was a bondsman and taking people there, whatever, or taking people out of there. Um, but yeah, I was always told if you wind up going to jail and not being able to bond out, the first thing you want to do is go take a shower to show everybody you're not afraid. And it kind of establishes some kind of like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. We can't fuck with him. So I don't know if it works or not. That's just what I was told by multiple people that have been there. The trick to jail is to eat someone's face on the first day. Well, yeah, I mean, well, though, Jeffrey Dahmer got his ass killed in jail for playing with his food. So it didn't work out for him very well. Hey, JFK, can you, somebody's uh, asking me via text. Yeah, send me Ed's uh, information to put money on his books because somebody does want it. I'd like to have it too, to be honest with you. You've been in Broomfield jail for breaking wrists. Yeah, I've seen the paperwork on that too. You met T-Bone? Nice. I hope it worked out. I hope you all made a nice little baby pork chop. All right, JFK. Ed's getting filled with wieners tonight. Well, I mean, not everybody is opposed to that. I can't speak for Ed, but all right, Jenny T. Thank you. I'll pass it along to the people that are asking. What else do we have? Seems like there was something else I was supposed to talk about. Oh shit, yeah. Talked about Christie already. What the fuck else was there? I don't know. It doesn't matter. No, JFK. I have it now. So, but thank you anyway. Yeah, Canadian royalty. That's the thing. There is way more information on Cap being a woman beater than there is Ed having anything to do with CP, and that clan over there is just ignoring it. But then again, most of the rest of them have that kind of shit on their records too. So when Ed gets out, he's gonna like ding dongs. Just well, zoom zooms and whams whams, wham whams. That's what it's all about. PatCon, if you have a way to reach out to me privately, I'll send it all to you. I'm not making it public because there's like people's names on there, but yeah, he got the girls granted. There's actually two girls that came out against him that were in relationships with him. So they got restraining order for domestic violence, and he's supposed to be taking domestic violence classes for a year. That's what the paperwork says, and then I have all that shit that I can send you. And we are waiting on some other transcripts to come through, but I don't know what they say. The evidence is already out, Locksmith. I know Ed posted some of it, but like he didn't redact the girl's name, which I don't agree with. That's why I'm not posting it publicly. I'm just sending it to whoever asked for it. Cooley bedazzled his forehead with a pen. Oh, that's interesting. Well, PatCon, if you have a way for me to send it to you, you can hit me up and I'd be happy to send it. I just don't want to do it publicly because you would have to do so much redacting that it would kind of, I don't know. There's just too much that would have to be redacted. I just don't want to do it, so I'm just sending it to people privately without any editing. That's the thing, these guys are all up there calling everybody else scumbags, but when you know the shit that they've done, we talk about hypocrisy all the time, right? CP case is still open. I don't know whether it is or not. I mean, if it is, it is. I just don't know. I don't know if, I mean, because he got the drug charge because of that, but he was never charged with CP, so I don't know if it's all closed out or not. I just Couldn't tell you. Oh, you called yesterday on a live? What live did you call on? So is anyone getting naked? Yeah, possibly. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You're all technically you're all supposed to be naked to be in the chat anyway. So if you're not, that's your fault. Yeah, that's why I turned the camera off. Is because I'm naked now. You don't even wear clothes to the mailbox? Nice. I knew I liked you. Yeah, it says on there it's a domestic violence restraining order, and somebody is trying to get like more shit on it, and I'm just waiting to get the rest. Plus, he has to take domestic violence classes, so if like there's got to be domestic violence in there somewhere. Not releasing anything else, so they put out a document saying yes, there was a raid for CP, and they are both still suspects. All right. It's just weird that it's been 3 years, and for something heavy like that, usually when they do a raid, they've already got something. You know what I mean? In order to get, it's real easy to get a warrant from a judge. You can tell the judge anything, and they'll sign the fucking warrant. It's easy. Like the saying is that you can indict a ham sandwich. Um, it's the follow through. So if they had any kind of proof, I would think that they would have brought charges already. And sometimes they hold shit open because they realize that. And I don't know that that's what's going on here. I'm just saying in general. From the experience I have working in the legal system, sometimes they will hold cases open for fucking years because they know they fucked up and they don't want to admit to it. So they'll keep saying, "Oh, we got more, we got more, we got more," and then just don't ever produce anything. I had clients. Some of our clients had to call in every week and check in with us from a landline. That way, we always knew where they were at. But yeah, I had clients that had to call in every week for years because the attorney general or whoever kept saying, "Oh yeah, we got something, we got something, we got something," but they never produced anything. So that kind of thing happens. How do I feel about Ed being extra nice to Tommy, texting him for favors before he went in? I do think it's kind of weird. I mean, somebody that you've dragged for what, like 2 years, somewhere around there, and then you call and ask that guy for favors. I don't think I'd be able to swallow my pride that hard. And no, I didn't. Like, I knew he had told me that he had a choice between taking, I think, 3 years probation or 30 days in jail. He had told me that right after it happened and asked me not to talk about it. Well, it's out now, so I can. But no, I did not know he was going in. I didn't know about it until I started getting text messages and DMs, people asking me, because somebody put out, Tommy or whoever, somebody put out a video about it, and I knew nothing about it until that time. So I didn't know about it till the rest of you did. I mean, I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. What's going on, Juniper? Domestic violence could be a raised voice, text message, raised voice, and a slap. Well, do you think that slapping a woman is ever appropriate unless, like, she's into that kind of thing in the bedroom? Then it's all right. But smacking a woman out of anger or making those kinds of threats is just that's not a real man to me. Oh shit, I missed something. Sometimes I can't tell if you guys are talking to me or each other. Yeah, Touts cashed up. I was a bounty hunter for 8 years. I was a bondsman for 6 years and a bounty hunter for 8. Yeah, doxing somebody's family is not cool. I don't care who it is. I'm not cool with, and again, I didn't see it, but I understand that um, MasterCard put up something about one of Tommy's kids. I'm not cool with that either, especially if the kid's a minor, and I believe that he is. So across the board, I don't get behind talking about people's kids. Fuck, I'm way behind, aren't I? Ain't nobody got control over Vic, I can tell you that. Well, yeah, if you're being attacked, like I'm not saying don't defend yourself, um, but there are ways to get people under control without smacking them in the face. You know what I mean? We're bigger and stronger than most of them. I'm not saying don't ever defend yourself because you absolutely should. Yeah, I'm glad you fixed it, Anthony, because I wasn't sure if that was the real you at times. I didn't know if you were being trolled or what. Oh yeah, I texted with Tommy one time, and it was just a few days ago. It's the only time we've ever had any kind of private conversation. And he's like, "I'm not doing any more panels," and then boom, he's right up there on another panel. So that fucker has lied about me multiple times. Would slapping John Davis count as woman abuse? um, no. He that motherfucker. If somebody does slap the shit out of him, he's got it coming. What's up, troll lawyer? Yeah, John Davis is a fucking delusional psycho. I don't know. I think he actually believes the shit he says, man. But he's another one that's told multiple lies about me. Fuck, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna fast forward 'cause I'm way behind. Sorry if I miss anything important. John Davis lost focus on it. Yeah, he absolutely did. That motherfucker, the reason he got so well known around the community is because he lied. He said he shot that guy because he was a chomo, and then his story changed to something else and something else, and like it was he did kill a guy, but it was because he was a scared bitch, not because the guy um, was anything that John said he was. You know what though, Michael Beverly, a lot of us have lost the focus on the cause. Like channels like mine, like all of these little fringe channels, we're not. I mean, at my core, I'm about saving kids, but as far as our channels go, we aren't doing a goddamn thing to help. None of us are, and I wish people would stop pretending like they do. Troll was troll lawyer doxing. If anybody's doxing here, get rid of them. I don't care if they're doxing somebody I don't like. Get rid of them. I didn't dox anyone, but had a copycat last night. That happens a lot. That's something else. Like if there's an exact, if you guys know for a fact that there's an account that's an exact copycat of somebody, you can ban them too, because that causes people a lot of problems. And I don't really know about this situation, but it's been done to me a few times. Yeah, I've never seen Troll Lawyer do anything like that. So what's going on, Andrea D? Who smells worse, Twomper or JD? Man, I don't know. They're both big fat guys. It'd be a competition wouldn't want to participate in. That's the thing. I don't think that most of the, I shouldn't say most. A lot of the catchers don't really. I'm not saying that they like just don't care about kids, but I think that this is just a hustle for a lot of them. They found an easy way to make money, or what they thought was an easy way to make money, and I believe that that's the case for a lot of them. And there's been a lot of. This is the reason why I don't go out of my way to help catchers anymore, because a lot of the ones that I helped when they were early on turned out to be garbage human beings. So I just kind of gave up. And I think a lot of them are doing this to try to feel better about themselves because they're shit humans. FM was being doxxed. Oh, FM's daughter got. Oh shit, that's not cool. I don't like FM, but that's not cool that his family's being doxxed. What did we say about Cap that wasn't true? You heard Krusty thinks. Yeah, I addressed that earlier, Gabby. Yeah, you guys never tried to get me to take her wrench. Neither one of you said anything about it. I've addressed that a couple of times. So yeah, neither Gabby girl nor Sammy ever said anything to me about taking Christie's wrench. I took it for other reasons. It's just between me and her. Yeah, Andrea D, I had to fast forward to the conversation because I was way behind. Sorry about that. I would never ignore you. Oh yeah, LARP's definitely in here. Yeah, no problem, Gabby. I don't blame you. So yeah, for the people that are just jumping in, and there's a few more in here now than when I said it before. And for everybody all the way in the back, neither Sammy nor Gabby ever said anything to me about taking anybody's wrench. They never said anything to me about Christy. They've never, and like nobody tells. That's the fucking thing I hate about having a channel. People at the end, they're like, "Oh, why do you have so and so wrenched, and why isn't that for why? If you don't, if you don't unwrench that person, I'm never coming back to your channel. All right, fuck you, bye. Even if I like you, nobody fucking tells me how to run shit. Now, if you have like solid provable information on somebody, then I need to know about, fine. But otherwise, yeah. Blaze just got another print. Man, did did Blaze go live? Because I was going to shut this down because I was talking to OTR earlier today, and he said that they were going to collab and get somebody. And yeah, I'll shut this down if they're live. What's going on, JT? What's going on, good guy? Yeah, I don't have that. I don't use that. I don't have any super rich people. To me, that's just another layer of. I mean, sometimes people think that they're better than other people because they have a wrench or whatever. They let it go to their heads. I've taken wrenches for people acting like that too. But yeah, I don't do the super mod thing because I think it's just another layer of, you know, superiority or whatever, however people perceive that. And I really don't want to play that game. People get way too wrapped up in that shit. Sub to Todd's. I didn't know Todd's Cash App had a channel. I'll have to check it out. You're better than War. I don't. Yeah, the good guy. I don't know you. I don't know if I particularly like you either. So 90% of the people that I have wrenched, I've had like actual conversations with, and I've heard most of their voices, so I know who the hell they are. Is Big Fat Michael Hilton returning for part 2? Possibly after he goes to court. I don't really know what's going on with that as far as like panels go. Yeah, JT, come on up here. No, good guy. I didn't take it that way. I didn't take it as you were asking for a wrench. I just had to make my smart ass comments is all. Yeah, Dead Twist is in fact Angel. He's the Archangel. No, that's actually true. He did talk me out of the woods once when I was in. Oh man, I got myself into a bad situation. And I don't know if he called me or if I called him, but yeah, it was kind of fucked up. I got hypothermic and yeah. Dang it, JT. Turn that thing off. I can hear myself.
A lawnmower just started. Is that disastrous? Let me close the window.
No, it's not the lawnmower. It's the feedback. I can hear myself unless I sound like a lawnmower.
Oh, the phone's
which
on.
I've been told I sound worse.
Okay, I got it. No, it's not the lawnmower. Shut up. There you go. So you were just told to shut up on your own panel, Bill.
Yes, sir. That happens a lot.
There you are. I came up here to take this sacrament in the name of Jesus.
Do it.
Jen A sent it to me.
Oh, shit.
It's only one of the ones that her healthcare worker didn't steal from her. I don't know. Warbot. I believe Warbot is starting to be homosexually attracted to me. Hey, Jersey Sting. I hate to, like a comma. Hey, Jersey Sting connected with that, but hey, Jersey Sting.
Well, JT, what man isn't homosexually attracted to you? I mean, come on, man.
I look better? I'm like 37 pounds down from what I was before.
Nice. I like it.
And believe it or not, I heard Caps described by Florida experience as gloating. I be hard pressed for somebody to find anything I said about that and call it gloating compared to the gloating we've got in this community. But this one thing I'll take, as in, like, I walked all around Florida. It really, I almost like died in the airport on the way back. Like, I felt really bad. But I took that energy that happened and I ran with it the minute I got home. No more bad food, and I kept exercising, and it's going down. Also, I would like to hollow out blonde Java and wear her, like put my feet in her corpse and run down a mountainside on a ski resort with her for no reason whatsoever. I don't know why I said that. I don't know, I don't know. Maybe somebody like Sam made it sound like her thoughts and stories are trivial. With the Tommy looks at people, looks at sexy girls and stops dead and all that. When she said much, much more than that. I don't know why he picked on that the other night. Fuck him.
Well, I mean, it's pretty normal for guys to check out girls, but you got to do it in a way that, where you don't look like you're, you know, you can't stand there and pant with your mouth open. You just got to kind of be casual with it, and little glances here and there without looking like a fucking stalker.
Well, I think Sam needs to have some kind of horrible machine grab onto his nipples and really stretch and hurt them. Dead Twist.
Fuck.
Dead Twist.
I'd pay to ride that.
Yeah, Dead Twist says he knew he always hated me. Perhaps the same machine could be applied to him. I don't even know who that is. Insignificant bug, I tells you. Now, I thought I had an idea of what I would say. I don't know. This is a whim. I don't know. I'm like out of my mind with positive vibes, believe it or not. Everything was so negative and awful and all that. And nobody's ever going to believe it. Because, I do watch shit and all that. But I'm like so basically pleasantly not watching this shit so much like I used to anymore.
Right.
And the
I don't either.
Yeah, it's like well, that heroin isn't very good, and this heroin's really good. As in, it just gets better and better the less you watch of this shit. This is truly a disgrace. Every single one of us. The devil inside.
Yes.
The devil inside. Dead Twist.
Yeah, I hardly ever. I might watch 5 minutes of a panel. I've turned a lot of notifications off for a lot of channels. So, I mean, sometimes I might watch 5 minutes or a half hour of a 5-hour panel. So usually I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not even here.
There's Bones. Bones, come up here, please. I want to flirt with you.
I'm not even hearing from a lot of the people I used to hear from or anything like that. But I do every now and then. It's like, did you hear in Cap's panel? And it's like, fuck no. I mean, I breathe through and everything. Yeah. Get up in the morning. First thing I do now is I get up and start the coffee. And I've been horribly getting up torturously at 4 a.m. for some reason. And I go right out the door and I walk around the block, which is a very odd block. It takes 15 minutes. And you know what I mean? I get the blood pumping to lose that weight. And then I have my coffee. And then I scan through shit like that. Then and like 45 minutes later, I do another 15 and all that, making the pounds melt away. But the point is like, I am not, I cannot, I hate it when somebody calls me at like 11 o'clock at night and goes like, this is happening, that's happening. And I'm like, I don't care. Don't want to know. Don't want to know, you know what I mean? Like, this thing is so toxic, and I am so tired of sacrificing sleep over, because even if you went from 11 to midnight of hearing some drama, and then people going like, then talking to somebody like, and then did you hear that and all, then you can't sleep well because you are totally wrapped up in this shit again. it's like it's so much better. Don't deal with it. I don't. God.
Yeah, I get the same thing. Like not every day, but like 5 days out of the week, people send me screenshots or clips or whatever what's going on. And these are people that I like talking to, but sometimes I just don't want to fucking hear about it, so I don't even look.
Well,
Sometimes they get mad because I don't respond to them, and it's because I just don't want to deal with this fucking shit all the time.
here we go with the poison. One, earlier I just said like dead twist. Of course, I've seen that name, so he's like, "Oh, you know who I am." I've seen the name certainly, but I don't know every little nuance of what you do. But now he's saying that I had a big hand in making it toxic. No, I focused on one horrible person, and everything I said about them was true. And now, as a community, we've decided to ignore all that. All of it. I won't bore you, Bill, with the things that you know to be true. Outrageous, horrible, horrible things. And everyone's like, you're obsessed, but whatever. You don't win. Your man that everyone's running to. I mean, like, it's so weird. Like, you're gonna, I fuck Ed, kill him, kill. But why would you then? It's like politics. Okay, finish your thoughts. It's like, but why would you run to a man that lies, and does all kinds of nefarious things?
Yeah, it's hard to find out what the actual truth is, and then sometimes when you see, I put proof in quotation marks. Sometimes it's incomplete. And sometimes it's totally fake.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Ed's ever faked anything, but it happens. I've seen a lot of fake shit that I know is fake because they were talking about me.
See, Bones is up here. She's like dead. Twist is gonna be like, oh, you know who I am. Like, fuck, I don't. I've seen your name. Bones is another one. I don't know who that is. I've seen the name, but he or she has a good question. She, right? Says, ask JT how it feels. It just moves. All the people who dragged Tommy, who are now his best friends forever. Yeah, it's sickening. In the like
It is. It's
the,
fucking weird.
the Caps thing is the non plus ultra of that. It's just ridiculous. Like Caps would literally suck the water out of Tommy's socks in a rainstorm. It's it's gross. It's grotesque, and it proves that
Yeah, it
Caps
is. It's
won.
fucking two-faced, weak-ass shit. They're just going with whatever is popular right now, whatever gets some views. That's all it is.
So clearly obvious. And then Caps is going to have to row his boat. A screwdriver. But that was for the Marshals. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like he's going to sink out there in the boat of like Ed. He's devoted a whole channel to Ed, and like Ed was only a periphery character in a sense anyway. And so, how are you going to, manage a channel of nonstop Ed hating? What if Ed doesn't even want to come back when he gets out and all that?
Well, that's the thing. They're going after Christy so hard. Christy doesn't even have her own channel. I mean, yeah, she's said some messed up things, but it's just weird that they're just anybody that they can drag. And when people have finally had enough, they're not going to be happy until they drag somebody into killing themselves.
Yeah,
And even then, they'll probably
that's,
think it's funny.
uh,
And
I feel like that's what they're trying to do to Christy. You know, I got to tell you the truth. Christy bored me, and she was always like, "Oh, Kovacs, you take up all the space, and I don't get to say anything." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? You're on here like 8 hours a day, and I come up once a week." She was just another one of those, but I still liked her a lot and everything, and she liked me too, I believe. But to grind her like that, what's gonna be your goal? Like, why don't we just go to Mexico and kick her in the face? I mean, is that what you want? I mean, you people, it's like, what the fuck do you want about Christie? Like, and so I believe it's a scorched earth policy of anybody that says anything, that's ever said anything about Auntie Tommy or something, like it must be stomped in all ways. It's all out war is what they're trying to do, and you know, it's like a jackhammer out there operating on it.
And that's the thing. Once they get everybody stomped out that they're dragging, they will have to go after somebody else because it's the only way they know how to get views, right? So who are they going to go after next? I mean, these fuckers are still talking mad shit about each other behind each other's backs, and they're up on panels acting like best friends because it gets them the attention they want.
I
It's
know.
weird, man.
Can you believe it's a world? You know, they look at what they call this side and talk about the freaks. And it's like they are in a world of Caps, a very eelish man who uh, uh well, must not get too distracted, but I gotta tell you a weird habit of mine. Like my old phone, I have it next to my bed. It's plugged in, and when I like go to bed, like I eat or something before I lay down, I plug the old. I turn the old phone on. It won't do everything because it's dead. You know what I mean? Like as far as like, I don't know why I can still get the net, but well, but the point is, like, I wouldn't take that phone. I don't think I could make a phone call, you know, out. But the point is, I use that phone for noise, as in, like, I go to Facebook and then I put watch, and I put some old show that's just like presented to me on watch, like the Waltons, and I play as I just sit it there playing unobtrusively while I then take the iPad out and look at this bullshit. You know what I mean? So if I then plugged into your show or whatever, I hear that, and if it gets really interesting, then I turn that off. But otherwise, I can keep scrolling and something's playing. And what was my point about that? God damn it! Why?
I mean, yeah, Bones has a good point that I've thought about. Um, all of these people, like all the people that used to work with Tommy that have come out against him with various shit, and all the other stuff with Alex and PP Mass and all the others, like that by itself should tell people something. You know what I mean? There's been, I don't know, six or eight people that used to work with Tommy that have come out against him publicly about shit that he did to them, and then there's more that don't want it known. They don't want to put themselves out there, but there's more of them, and just that by itself should tell people something.
Yeah, yeah. But see, even me is like, ugh, Tommy. I was like, I'll sting you with that. Tommy, as they always did with me. It's like, yeah, but I specialized in that, and I'm tired of it. Like, he's it's awful what people are forgetting everything, and they're all like, oh, the horrible man that did this, other people. It's like, but you are forgiving a man that used his sons, okay? All the whole litany. But they know these things are true. At least old timers know these things are true. They've seen the film, and but they act like it's not. You know what I mean? Like it's absolved because Ed did something. Maybe he did. What if Ed turns out to
Mm-hmm.
have like 18 people buried on his farm somewhere, and
Right. It doesn't change a damn thing that Tommy did. That's something else that is fucked up is with these guys that helped Ed drag Tommy for 2 fucking years and now they're buddy buddy. It doesn't make, I don't know, it's weak.
and one thing I can say about myself, when they say about the Tommy, and all that, yeah, it was focused and it was meant to show what a horrible person this is. And but talk about the drama. Do you have any memorable thing about me with like great grandma or FBC or any of that shit? Drama. And I do understand now. Now I'm understanding more than ever, like how so many people turned on Ed when this happened. as in that he hurt a lot of people along the way. Whether they deserved it or not, I don't know. But the thing is, like Todd, all of that is like, I just, if I would tune in and go like, oh God, it's FBC talk, I would just tune out or just say something kooky in chat and talk with the hunchback or something. You know what I mean? Like, you never saw me doing nonstop drama about every goddamn person in the community. Never. Yeah, I mean, obviously the Tommy Boy could come up with some thing where I said something about somebody, so but you know what I mean? It wasn't a thing I regularly did.
Oh yeah, there's something else I want to talk about. There is a fake Bill Evans Instagram account. All they did was add a zero and copied his real one. I don't believe his account got hacked. They just made a fake one. Um, but Bill Evans doesn't get involved in any of this shit, and they're fucking with him. They hit me up. I knew it was fake from the beginning because if Bill Evans wanted to say something to me, he would just text me. So I was kind of fucking with him. But yeah, be aware, people. There is a fake Bill Evans account on Instagram. It ends in a zero. I can't remember the numbers, but they just added a zero to his numbers, and yeah, they've been DMing people.
Yeah, I've got 2 subscribers. One's Jork and one's Jork, as in all caps, and then the other just the capital J, and it's fucking Hebrew. But yeah, 2 clouds for me. But it's so ridiculous. Everybody's so fake and awful. And I once again, I reiterate, everything I ever said about Tommy was true. And that's what I did. Shame me, fellas, and that's what I did now, all the way up till now. Don't care anymore so much. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just waiting for him to back out of a grocery store and kill a baby, and like we've all been waiting for. And cut that one off. Um, but Jersey saying sub to me. Hey, I can't. I tried to make a video today, Jersey saying. It was really quite snazzy, I would say. I thought it was quite good. And then I'm like, why isn't it coming? And I look and it's like, and it just, like where you'd see where it's like 34% in or something. It said too many strikes. And that's interesting to the community, by the way, who constantly attacks pudgy little Sam with, where's the footage? Where's the footage? Well, I have 2 strikes. And guess what? Both of them are. Both of them are from Florida catches. Nothing else. Nothing. And in fact, one of them was just like me under the awning of the mobile station and the catch going on over that way. I come closer to it. You can start picking up on what they're saying, but it's not like close-ups or anything, and barely heard. And it's 1 minute and 1 second long. Strike, 2 of them, 2 strikes. I don't care. Fuck my channel. I don't. It's moribund. I don't ever use it really. But the point is, when they, every time you ever hear this complaint about where's the footage from Florida, Netflix, and all that shit, I had footage from Florida, and it was stricken twice, 2 different ones.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. The Florida stuff has been up. I mean, you guys went live while you were doing the catches, so it's been seen. It's been out there. That's kind of a.
I know, but they just want to keep hacking at Sam about it like nonstop. Like, I don't know what he's doing with it. I don't know what they're doing with their lives. That's a Dylan thing. But well, but see, I'm the one that always keeps telling the people behind the scenes. I told Ed, say, fuck you. We don't owe you nothing. He don't owe you nothing. When he was in the back of my life. Same thing, like, I've heard people telling, like, Tommy Boy, maybe, I don't want to, he's the kind of person that I did, but, what I mean? That ilk of people going like, we're entitled to know where's that footage and all that. And it's like, no, you're not. You're not entitled to a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
You're entitled to. One time, when I was still under 21, so I could go to Long Beach Naval Hospital, uh, uh, under my father. My father's long service. He was in 3 wars. I went there to get my anal warts burned off, and it was painful. Sleep when they did it. But I remember this fruitcake Navy guy with the fucking weird, like, it's probably one of the first times I ever saw like somebody do a bleach streak through their hair. And I'm laying there in the bed, like when I wake up, I'm like, how the fuck do you get away with that in the Navy? And I'm like, and I'm telling myself in my own mind, it's like, oh, the Navy. That's why. I'm sorry, the inter-service joke there. But Jersey, that one's for you. Although wasn't even realizing I was joking, but I really was like, how the fuck are you have like a streak in your hair and you're in the Navy? But anyway, I went to take a shit, and when I came out, I was sweating, so the pain was so incredible that guy was called, like, pressed a button, and like all these people came, and I'm like, I just took a shit. It was horrible. But why was I saying that? I can't remember. Oh, I guess
I lost track too.
I think it was because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I've been everywhere. I've done everything, and you know what I mean. 79 people in here. Who gives a fuck? It's nothing. And at the highest, what's the highest you can get? What if like 800 people rust their way in here? Right now, it's like it's 800 people. It's still nothing as far as the internet goes. Nothing. Unless, of course, what you want to do is see. I'm just kidding. I'm just testing to see if you're awake, Bill. You didn't even care.
No, you're right. I don't. I do to a degree, but not really.
You were hoping it was coming. And believe me, it's coming.
Oh, I know it is. I can kind of get a sense of what's going on under that desk you're sitting at.
Hard times to fall.
Yeah, I was told. I mean, I know that this has happened a bunch in FM's chat, and I was told last night that like Bones was defending me, but she had a rinse, so she didn't get timed out. But like everybody that was defending me last night either got banned or timed out, whatever the fuck it is. But I heard that Bones was sticking up for me, and I appreciate that.
I was sad to see Christy the other night talk about, like, she was doing a whole big series. Maybe that was the infamous night. I don't know, because I didn't follow her to, like, Ryan. I ain't gonna watch that shit. But anyway, when she went on the whole thing, and then blah blah blah, and she started talking about a wrench. I was like, oh God, nobody wants to hear about a wrench. Nobody. I don't care if Bill and Desi Arnaz were always the best of friends, and then now a wrench got taken. I don't want to hear about it. You know what I mean? It's so stupid and small. It's like so stupid.
Yeah, people do make way bigger a deal out of wrenches than I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. I've got a shitload of them, and I don't really. All I ever use my wrenches for is usually to look back and see why other people banned other. You know what I mean? I look back at the comments that got deleted, or if the moderator or if the channel owner asked me to do something, I will. But I'm a lazy fucking mod.
Hey,
And then it's unreal, man. Like when you have a channel and you give out wrenches, people DM me like, how could you wrench that person? Why is that person a mod? And if you don't unmod that person, I'm never coming back to your channel. All right, bye. Even if it's somebody I like, it's just weird, and like nobody's gonna tell me how to run my channel.
Hey, what about? I've never ever used your generous wrench on this channel, but Dead Twist is nonstop just for fun. Dead Twist is nonstop telling people that I really love Tommy and I got bitter and I missed Tommy's nuts. So can I put him in a timeout just for the hell of it to use it for once? I won't.
Say that again.
So Dead Twist is like saying lies and all that, like that I used to love Tommy so much and all that, and that now I'm bitter and I miss his nuts and all that. So what I'm saying is, can I exercise, the what is it, 300 seconds of putting Dead Twist in a timeout, just for fun?
Well, I mean, I am Dead Twist has a wrench, so I do have to keep an eye on him.
Oh,
He hasn't rogue modded me yet, but
okay, never mind. Anyway, I wasn't, dead serious. It was a joke, even if it went through on somebody. It's like, who cares? I dare you, Dead Twist. But anyway, that's how it is to me. Is like a joke. Like I've hardly any. Oh, I don't even hate. I hate even talking about wrenches. It's like it's just the people
yeah.
that overuse them or think. That was my problem with Terrence. Was like, oh my god, like 80 wrenches. It's like, to me, it's like a sign of sickness when you get that many wrenches, as in like you are over, doing your, you know what I mean? Like you have no life. And I know I don't have a life. But, okay, never finished my thoughts. But no life at all. As in like you're collecting wrenches like that. It's like, it's bad. It shows bad. It shows bad. It looks bad.
Yeah, somebody, man, I can't remember who. Well, I just saw a comment. Somebody said that, like back when JDQ was the only, like Friends channel, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, but it was nothing like the shit that goes on now. It wasn't a fucking drag or hate fest. He would just have catchers on or whoever and interview them, and it was pretty relaxed.
Dead Twist thinks he's gonna get a Red Hood out of me. Red Hood the liar. As in, I'll pound the desk and I just don't care anymore. JT about to cry about my wrenches. I wouldn't cry if you were pushed up against a giant, zany midtown cheese grater.
Well, criminals catching criminals. If you're only 12, you ain't supposed to be here. I don't allow minors on my channel.
I'm 16. Can I donate?
Oh, you could donate. You just can't be on the channel.
Mm-hmm. All of the things we've been through with that man. I mean, like, that just comes up, Tommy. But it comes up just in conversation. Is like whatever you're saying with that person, then it makes me remember, like, oh, the 16-year-old stealing his mother's credit card and donating nonstop to Tommy. It's and Tommy calling the school and acting like some professional. And
No, Jenny T, don't boot him.
And playing live talk of professional, like his healthcare, that kid's healthcare professional at the school, talking about it. It's like, this is just sickening. You're so obsessed, it's sickening. Yeah, well, the suspect. What about it? What about Tommy doing that? This comes up.
All right, but hold on, JT. Criminals catching criminals. You can't call people pedos in here without proof. So, sorry, that's one of my rules.
Mm-hmm. I do vape donkey semen, and I've done it with Bill in Indiana a few times. But,
yeah, that was kind of a weird request, but I was happy to do it.
Well, I found it in Oklahoma on the way, so I thought I'd bring it. Mm-hmm. I love how they like Tommy. And it's like, you know what? I could always talk about something else, and often have demonstrated that. But the thing is, I mean, like the craziness of this way things are now. It's like Tommy walks on water, and it's like, and then he'll always like, oh, I make mistakes, and all that. It's like, yeah, like using your sons on several catches in the house after their brother was molested. Yeah, yeah, that's forgivable, totally forgivable, and provable, of course, provable.
Well, I mean, I think we've all seen the video by now.
Well, thank you for finally saying that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of there are a lot of people that are like, oh, everyone just picks on him and all that, no proof and all that. It's not like we have to provide it right now, but by you saying that, it's like, yeah, everybody that's been around knows that he had Peds sitting right on the couch. Oh God, I don't want to go through all the litany. It doesn't matter anymore. Well, it's not like he's going to win. He's going to fail. I think we're all signed on for the big fail. He's going to screech his car into a baby carriage like Brad, and kill people and all that. But whatever.
I mean, something else that kind of bugs me is there are people that I like, people that I talk to regularly, and I wish they wouldn't get so fucking worked up about what trolls say. The only reason trolls exist is because they're getting feedback off of them, and I just think it's kind of weird to get so worked up over fucking trolls.
Well, Warbot bans a lot of something. Wants to know how I got warts on my rear end. I'll tell you, because I had this guy, the different guys, slam their penises up there and ram me. And then months later, I find that I have these warts. Got them.
There, yeah, it's ribbed for his pleasure. Who wouldn't like that?
You do have that sense of humor. And then the thing is, like, them, it's like, how'd you have warts? And why were we talking about it in the first place? It's like, I don't care. I don't care.
I mean, I thought, you had hemorrhoids till I found out they were actually speed bumps.
I don't believe I've ever had hemorrhoids. A friend of mine was describing them to me a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, every now.
Well, no, they keep getting pounded back in. How could you?
I've had like anal fissures, like sometimes like you wipe and it just seems to like rip some skin off or something, and it's like painful for a day or two. But I don't believe I've had hemorrhoids. But I really wanted those fucking anal warts gone. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
How
you really should. I understand that you have a hobby and everybody wants to be the best they can be at their hobby or their profession. But trying to set new size records all the time is not good for you, man.
Hey, Bill, do you have a minister's number or anything right at hand? Because that edible, I'm starting to see the double inside. Call Jeff, help me!
Somebody get Jeff over here. We need a minister right now. I actually do have numbers for real ministers.
No.
I really don't want them to know about this, though. They think I'm a good guy, and
I'm panicking on the edible. And I think what would be best is if you bring Jeff up and he played me Bob Seger's old time rock and roll. Oh yes, oh that would help. God, you fucking normies! Fuck you, you normies! Oh my God, normies to the left of me, normies to the right. And then Jenny T in here to damn her. And Juniper. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Bones stood me up the other night, man.
Who? Oh, Bones.
Bones. She stood me up the other night. I kept the panel open for hours waiting for her to jump up. Okay, here's what I've been telling myself so that I feel better about myself is that she was actually spending that whole time getting herself gussied up to make sure she was perfect for me. And then my manliness um, just overcame her, and she just got too nervous to come up. That's what I've been telling myself. But really, I think she just stood me up.
Um, you you lost me there. Is your name Ryan?
No, sir.
Ryan? Is that you?
JT, don't make me smack you.
Ryan, you're so smart. I like hanging around with you, Ryan. Mm.
Liar! No, you're lying. You're lying. The paper says black and white, and I don't know. I can't. Critical thinking. Critical thinking. I can't. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's my Ryan.
Yeah, and they praise they're with the boys of Caps, Ryan, and who's the other big retard? I don't know. But I mean, like, drooling retards. It's like Caps can't keep a show running to save his life. Oh,
So
I remember. Oh, that whole story about that phone by my bed that I just used for noise. So when it plays through, like whatever I put, like, I just pick whatever comes. Like, oh, the Waltons, I never watched that. It's an old, but I just play it so that it's noise, and then it goes on to something else, and I'm like an hour into looking at other. It's lately been playing Beavis and Butthead, which I was on the road and doing shit I did not. I mean, you heard of them. I think they were on commercials or something. You know what I mean? Like, but I never watched that show. But the point is, the whole thing about Caps is so funny, and his imitations of everybody. They're all Beavis and Butthead. They're only
they're all the same thing. His imitation of everybody is the same exact thing. Yeah.
Bill sounds like blah, 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 blah. It's all Beavis and Butthead. I'm sorry. What was it?
I'm reading comments. So apparently Jeff is going to have a bashing panel, and he's going to try to make it as good as Caps, huh?
Oh dear God. So, oh yeah, so they'll have to compete, and therefore the whole prophecy of they will eat each other comes true, because it will come true, because they're
Oh
all
yeah,
nasty.
yeah.
They're all nasty, nasty piranhas, and they're going to do it. But anyway, Bill, what do you think of my theory that Caps's entire sense of humor is based on stealing the sound of Beavis and Butthead and applying it to anyone? And then Tommy said, yeah. And then Bill said, it's all Beavis and Butthead. It's so childish and awful. He's decayed in the time when that happened, when he was young, and he's grown no further.
Yeah, I agree. That's a viable theory.
The people were going like, "Do your imitation of this, do your imitation of that," back months ago, and it's all the same. It's all the exact same, and only because of the way I listened to that old phone as a kind of radio, where they started playing Beavis and Butthead, that I realized like that's where he got that voice. It's all the same.
Yeah, it is all the same.
Mm-hmm.
I just honestly, in a way, I could feel kind of sorry for people like that because they feel so miserable with themselves. They have to go and tear other people down so that they don't feel like they are as fucked up as they really are. And I
Yeah,
actually, in a way, kind of feel bad for people like that.
that's my theory. That's my thing about Red Hood too. Is that
Yeah.
Ever seen Red Hood say somehow somebody played a video of like Kooky Puppy falls into the pool and Red Hood laughs? No, dead. Uh, Red Hood only has a sense of humor that exists around somebody else's pain. Only, and I mean for a fact, absolutely, you won't find another. He's like, it always has to do with somebody making a fool of themselves or revealing themselves or something. He only thrives like those bugs that eat at the edges of decay, which is different from maggots.
Right. Yeah, they're talking about how nobody used to call the cops, and yeah, I remember those days. But there were a few times when cops got involved, and like I was friends with Decoy, early on back when she first started decoying, and she we lived together for a while too, so I got to see firsthand how this shit really happens, and she really is meticulous about making sure things can be prosecutable. From the way the decoys talk to keeping meticulous notes about everything, and um, yeah. So even back before it was kind of mandatory for catchers to call the cops, I can say that Decoy, she did try to always make sure things were at least prosecutable, even if they weren't really going to be turned in right away. So there's that.
Satan. Hmm. Remember that time I deprived a homeless family of Subway meals?
Yeah, that was funny, man. There's nothing funnier than a hungry child.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, I sent it to him under the name John and maybe Edna Shearer because I knew the Jewish Germany last name would be impossible for him. And I sent it from 11754, something like that, Kentucky Avenue in Aurora, because around there is where I picked up this young guy that hung himself that really put a impression on my mind. And anyway, the point is when I
Yeah.
said that thing, um, nothing. It's true. He thanked us, me and my wife, and then a good weeks went by, and then I did, as Shane McFellows reveal it in the chat, like sent Tommy a 40-cent gift card, and all, which his trolls got back to him. He then called the number and found out, yeah, that card was only worth 40 cents. And he forever then proclaimed that he was going to give it to a homeless family. Now, just the other day, Mr. Non-Liar, Mr. General, wonderful guy, said, like, and I'm so ashamed because of Colfax. Those people probably went into a Subway and found they only had 20 cents, it was 40 cents, on their gift card. And it's like, no, you never did give it away, you fool. You still had it. You showed it. And that's the thing. This is the most minor thing of all, the Subway card. But it showed he's still lying about it. You know what I mean? He still lies. As in, like, now it's like the whole shame of the homeless family. It's like, but you never gave it to them. So they never did disgrace themselves by going and ordering a bunch of food and finding they had 40 cents on here. It never happened. You didn't give it to them. You showed the card. Anyway, it was so funny because he talked about it for 5 days, and then he skipped a date, and then he talked about it again on the 6th at great length. That was my, curtain coming up. I was doing other shit too as Shane McFellows, but that was my curtain coming up for sure. And
Oh yeah, I like Shane McPhillips.
he also always blames me for the sending of the shredded money, but that was the marshalists. early martialists. Before the,
Shredded Money. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, and he also sent him a big oversized bill of $0 and wrote, and I was like, before you send that, write "ta" on it. And he's like, all right, because he never takes my suggestion, but he did do that. And then Todd put it on his. Remember when he was broadcasting from the kitchen, and there was a refrigerator right there, so it was up there for like a month. But that was the martialist on me, and those were happy days of just trolling, making a moron do moronic things, making him. But as they call it, I'm only familiar with this word. One person used it in the chat the other night, and the marshals always uses it. And I thought it was a Marine thing, but I don't. Spurging out, is that a thing? But it was funny watching Tommy spurred out over that 40-cent gift card, which he did not give to anyone. But it was so funny. Oh,
yeah, I remember that.
Threatened. Then, like, as he got really mad, once I revealed, like, to prompt him, because it was like in his wallet or something. So I prompted him, and that's what made him call and realize, like, oh, somebody's fucking with me. And he showed the card on. But, and he was like, and we know where you live, you and your wife. And so the marshalists and I were on them. This is early. Nobody knew who I was, and nobody knew who he was for sure. And we were like, "Look, he's threatening my wife." It was
oh shit!
It was hysterical. He's threatening my wife, Donna Shearer.
Wow. Hang on, y'all. I gotta do some shit.
What are you doing? Are you masturbating? What's that noise?
Yes, I am in fact masturbating. I wasn't gonna tell anybody, but it won't take long, and
It sounds like mechanical noises and cardboard.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm stealing out of my mom's car. That's what I'm doing. Trying to scrape together enough quarters to buy some pills later. That's what I do. I go into my parents' cars and I steal out their loose change to support my drug habit.
It's always good to be Jack. Jack.
Oh shit. Man, I just made a fucking mess. Oh well. It'll be all right.
So, what do you think about my chances of being the next pope? This one keeps going to the hospital.
Well, you've already got you're already good at wearing robes and having only men around you, so I'd say your chances are pretty good.
You've got that's
y'all ever notice that? Like the Pope only, I mean, of course a lot of them are his bodyguards. But like, you ever see the Pope like hanging out with a female?
No. I like the balcony, like when there's 20 people up on the balcony with them, is one of them wearing a cunt? Not one. I never thought of that.
Right.
And they've got all those hidden little apartments up rows, like where the old millennial lives and all that. Or did he die? I can't remember. Benedict, did he die?
Benedict? Oh man, I'm not sure.
But he's the one he had so many molesting charges. It was coming so close that he fucking, for the first time in like 800 years, resigned the popehood, saying for health, and then he went up the hill on the cover. I can't remember. I think I'd be a damn good pope.
I think you would too, man. I mean, you're already into gay shit, and you already. Yeah, I just think you'd make a damn good pope. I would love to see you riding around in that fucking bulletproof phone booth waving to people. I think that'd be fucking awesome.
It's gonna be all purple and it's gonna have flashing lights. It's gonna be it's gonna be incredible. And it's probably gonna have that like some stereotypical thing like that song like I got the power. Dun, 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 dun. I don't even know what the power station whatever is that, but you know, that kind of shit.
That's what you ought to do. You ought to be the first metal pope. Everywhere you go, every engagement you have, you should fucking play metal in the background instead of that church music bullshit. JT Colfax, the metal pope, coming to a town near you. He'll forgive your sins and give you a prostate exam.
And so, on this Easter Sunday, I'd like to leave you with the thoughts about how I am Iron Man. God damn you, you fucking idiots.
Iron Pope. You got to be not Iron Man, Iron Pope.
I'm Iron Pope. God damn you. Oh my God. To have like the Vatican spend $5 million producing like little videos of Iron Pope like vanquishing enemies, you know, so the people that love heroes like Red Hood could love it, you know.
Yeah, I think it works.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit! I think I just urinated myself. Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't worry about it. I do that just to warm up sometimes.
I'm gonna believe the blacks.
Well, yeah, that kind of goes without saying.
Yeah, not today's one, but like from this starts back in the 1870s. I would never have this problem. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's your policy on trimming your nose hairs?
I don't have to worry about it yet. I still can't figure out why I'm growing a beard but still shaving my balls. But nose hair is not a problem. I do, however, like for an old guy, I am maintaining my hairline pretty damn good. And my hair is still like 2/3 of the way to my ass. What I'm having a problem with is fucking ear hair, man. I gotta trim my ear hairs like every other fucking day.
Well, one, yes, let's talk about that. Except for to say that I think my cock moved a little because of Juniper, and that's really upsetting. And I feel like she owes me $800 for that. But anyway, about the ear hairs too. I get these weird like ear, like I can go like up in my, you know, the very top ridge, and find like debris, and it's not like I'm dirty, you know. I'm like sometimes I take 2-3 baths a day because I read and I do wipe everything. It's I don't know how it does. It's I don't know. They gave me some cream, but anyway.
I have a question. I'll tell you the distress from the straight side of the world, and if you please would give me your opinion from the gay side. Let's say, okay, in my situation, and this has happened to me, like there's a really, really hot girl. You're at a party. She's like, hey, I want you to fuck me right now. But you've only got, like half an hour or whatever. You really, really, really want to do this, girl. You're never going to get an opportunity like this again, but you've got to shit real bad. Do you say, hold on for a second and go take a dump? Or do you just like try to hold it the whole time you're fucking and hope you can keep it up? That's the dilemma on the straight side. I would like to hear from the gay side how you guys handle it. Except, a hot guy.
We just keep it in because to have it mashed in is just the cleanest, best pleasure. No, that's a hard question for anybody. As in, like, it depends on like if it's like screaming diarrhea, then like I can't function without doing this. Then you know what I mean. Like, does it matter? If you could be fucking the fucking Pope, but you're still gonna go do your diarrhea first. Or maybe,
Right on.
dead twist. I mean, like, you could be fucking dead twist or about to. Like, the hole is right there. And it's like, oh, and you can be hard as rock. But it's like, no, I can't, because if I move around, I'm going to slosh my way all over myself. So, do you own Bones? Does Bones like live in shackles on your farm or something?
Not yet. I mean, no. I mean, no, maybe. Yeah, Bones, jump up here. I want to flirt with you.
Bones must be killed. Bones must be killed. Bones. I think I saw, was Bones being mocked on a Tommy thing recently or something too? She's like a fence.
I don't know.
Fence straddlers must be killed. Must be killed. Must be killed. But
Oh, I love Crown Royal. Crown Royal is like my go-to.
Crown Royal's so weak.
Well, you just got to drink a lot of it.
Dumb shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, Crown Peach. What the hell? Oh, that is actually Warbot, isn't it? I am starting to really enjoy those Warbot videos. His voice is fucking made for radio. If you would just think about what he's saying. You heard him, Bill?
What? I'm sorry. I fucking started. You painted this whole thing in my head of having Bones chained up in my basement or whatever, and I fucking started thinking about that, and I completely zoned you out, man. I'm sorry.
Well, consider it like, it's 10 years later. You've already been convicted for murdering her, putting her in the ground with a backhoe, and all that. So, anyway, what was the other thing? No, not Bones. I don't know. What did I just ask you? Put it on the replay.
Shed, yes, locked up in my shed. I don't care, shed, basement. I don't care either one.
Where can I get like some kind of really hot thing that like would remove my lips, like show the teeth, like just make me monstrous for you? Where can I get that?
Tommy Boy of all people has the nerve to call somebody else an incel.
Oh no, Tommy Boy's here. Tommy Boy charged me $40 to talk to him on the phone.
I'm not surprised. He is the kind of guy that would think that much of himself to have to charge somebody for a phone call. Just like a lawyer. Every time his phone rings, he hits that little timer thing.
Yeah, and then he, the whole thing was he showed me his penis, and it was a little small and misshapen. Come up, Tommy Boy, just for the fun of it. Like,
oh God, why do you insist on annoying me? I'll let him up here, but
does he not?
Only in limited quantities. No, he can come up here.
Oh, he's going to the Dagon bar. So he's making us to sit here and masturbate. And he's going to take his misshapen, tiny penis out into the public in Amsterdam-ish, or wherever he is. So now he's
man. If you can't get laid in Amsterdam, you got a problem.
Always got the fucking points there, At least Tommy Boy does. He's misshapen. No, but aside from the misshapen thing, he was mistaken about the whole whatever meow thing. It sounds like it caught like if I was a politician, it'd be like, fuck, that sounds perfect, but it wasn't true. But anyway, at least the only thing you get from Tommy Boy, aside from his dullardism and normieism, like militant normieism, is that you don't get the idea of malice with Tommy Boy. You know what I mean? Like, he does not mean malice. You got to give him that. That's your turn to talk again, Bill.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at conversation because I don't like people.
Well, I'm going to go and make another drink, and then I'm going to go into that room with the water chair, and I'm going to put my penis in my hand for a short period of time. And then I'll be back here.
All right. Well, I mean, you don't have to go off camera, but all right, whatever, dude.
Oh, did you want to come with?
I just might. Can I get a participation ribbon? All right. Where the hell did Bones and Andrea D? Would you be opposed to? Actually, you know what? That conversation's better had in DMs. Never mind. Tommy Boy wants to call other people incels, but his fascination with Chuckles is fucking weird.
I'll be right back. It's no crisis.
You'll be all right.
It may be
sharing the silo with.
It may, in fact, be a crisis. We'll see.
Oh no, Tommy Boy, we will not be on that long. God, I hope not. Probably, yeah. 2 hours is good for me, and that's where we're at right now. So I don't think we'll be on. We will not be. I don't know like what time it is there right now, but yeah, by the time you get to the bar and sit by yourself and stare at the women you'll never have and come back, this will probably be shut down.
Come up, Tommy Boy, just for fun. 5 minutes of fun. You don't hear that kind of invite in this community very often. Come up for fun.
Send this. They're gonna send this video to your family, JT. What do you get? Oh no. God forbid your family knows how fucking weird you really are. Not that they don't already. You guys have any idea what kind of shit his family knows about him that we don't and never will?
It was all in the fucking papers, you morons. Somebody just say that or something?
Yeah, somebody said they were going to send this to your family.
Go ahead. I once threatened with that. I mentally prepared myself for that, and therefore, I'm on the other side of what will I then do? I think that speaks volumes, as in I am prepared for it. You will do it, probably, and you may regret it. Anyway, that's enough of that. Who said that, by the way? Let me see.
Oh my gosh, who was it that said, driving drunk to pick up my kids, I believe.
Oh.
He said, okay, there now he's saying he's going to send it to your sisters.
It's probably troll.
I'm pretty sure it's sarcasm.
I think so too, but it's one of those things like that stuff. That's what's ruining the community. Bill McReynolds of 9427 Powerhouse Road. I just think of you as a powerhouse. That's why I made that up.
Oh, well, thank you.
I've always thought of you that way. Mm-hmm. You see how far it's like? I just
All right. Yeah, Tommy. There's Tommy Boy doesn't know half of what he thinks he knows.
what does he do now?
He's the consummate dumbass.
What
I
did he?
don't live in my parents' yard, you dumb fuck. I made that shit up myself.
Did he just block me or something? Because I don't see him anymore.
Probably. He's one of them kind of bitches. I'm not bragging about how much pussy I get. I just like to flirt with the ladies.
No malevolence from TB. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Who gives a shit?
All right, Tommy Boy. I'll make it easy for you. Bye-bye.
No, don't. Are you blinking out, Tommy? You did.
Yeah, but I'll bring a bow and ban him later. I just did it to be a smartass.
This reminds me when I didn't even have never spoken to him, and I just thought he's a big giant dullard, which he is. When Ray was like, bitching me out on the phone, which he then described to other people like, I read the riot act to Colfax. It's like, nah, I was arguing just back. It was on one of my binges, so it was like 9 a.m. in the morning, and I was wrong. He acted like he read the riot act to me, and it's like, nah, I read it right back to you. But you know how we fake things. Anyway, when he was like, and Tommy, don't talk to me anymore. And I was like, well, fuck Tommy Boy. He was just like flipped on that. I mean, the loss of Tommy Boy was critical to stopping the Ray thrust in the community that had been infesting for many, 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 many months before that. Jack. You get that, Jack?
Oh man, poor Tommy Boy has to grasp so hard to be relevant at something, anything,
Mm-hmm.
and he does it badly. That's what I don't know. As long if you were like creative about it, then that's one thing. But like you said, he's boring as fuck.
That's the thing. Like people that I've talked to are all like, you know what I mean? Like, you get in a car wreck with just you and him. He's not going to just grab your wallet and run away. You know what I mean? He's going to help. I mean, he's not a horrible person or anything, but he's a dullard and a normie extraordinaire. I mean, he uses clips from The Office for God's sakes.
Yes, Jack, I banned Tommy Boy, but I was doing it just to be a smartass. I'll unban him later when I remember. I'm terrible about trying to remember to do shit like that, though.
Oh, that what I was saying was like people go, what we're talking about is like he's like a frat boy, like a who was I talking about with this one about like, the frat boy that he has to stay in the dorm doing the cool guys. Oh, LARP, doing LARP's homework. Well, LARP goes out and does drugs and fucks all weekend. Comes back in and throws a 10 on Tommy Boy's little college desk and goes, "You got my essay?" You know what I mean? Like that's the way Tommy Boy strikes me, like frat boy of Dullard Mountain. Mm. Oh dear.
Well, tell me, Tom Callahan, what have you ever done with your life? You know I used to wrestle bitches like you into handcuffs and take them to jail, right?
And who would name themselves after a movie, a wildly popular classic now movie, where there's a billion fucking clips about it, and so they can't even find you ever anyway.
Oh shit. Well, that explains everything. Went to a liberal arts college.
Oh, this is
that
Tommy
that
Boy.
explains everything we need to know.
No, that's so that's Tommy Boy coming back after your ban, then, right?
Yes. Well, it could be a troll. I don't know. I have no way to tell, but it's probably the real him.
Well, the thing I wonder about Tommy Boy, I mean, I haven't whatever was doxed about him, I don't even know. I'm really fading much more than you people think. but on this shit. But I wonder if I would enjoy, like on a loading dock situation, like me and Tommy Boy being put into the same big, large pair of pants, and then having like a swingy thing that jumps us up and down. I mean, like, would I enjoy that? Or I don't know. You know what I mean? But him being a dull fat boy doesn't mean he might not be okay as a hollow husk of a human to rub against.
Bill used to wrestle grown men to the floor and intensely kiss them just on the just on the weekends. Pat Con, that was never a profession. That was just a hobby.
Bill missed my whole monologue. Tommy Boy and I would complain about this bitterly forever. It was an hour thing, and you just would glossed right over it, Bill.
Hey, Warbot has his own fan club. How about that?
Don't you like Warbot's voice? I mean, do you know him? Do you hate him? What's going on?
Do I like his voice? I'm not really into dudes' voices, but yeah, I like the guy.
Yeah, it's not a gay thing. It's in like a voice for radio. You know, I mean, like, I've only recently come across. It was like all thrilled. I guess this morning that I commented, and I've heard a couple of them, and I subscribed and all that. But only problem is he goes on for 20 minutes about the same old shit. You know, like me. But except for that, he sounds really, hey people, blah blah blah. I mean, it sounds like a good, radio voice is all I'm saying. We didn't. Why is Juniper saying we didn't, JG? No worries. Is that Juniper's kind of way of she wants my used underwear? Is that what's going on here?
Underwear. I missed something.
Juniper also agrees that Tommy Boy has a good radio voice. But anyway, I mean, no, I couldn't say that. I was going to continue the joke about Tommy Boy and me in the big pair of pants, but then I realized the security reasons for his, as in like stop talking about it. You people suck. That's a really complicated tombstone for Bill. You seeing that, Bill?
I'm sorry. I'm distracted by something. I'm sorry, guys.
Tommy Callahan says that your gravestone will say, "Really cool on YouTube. Had many DMs from divorced middle-aged women."
Well, I mean, that's actually true. I can't really argue with it.
Should it also say misshapen penis? I'm just guessing.
No, my penis is actually a nice. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll send you a dick pic. You can judge.
No, I'm just more interested in the tombstone, so it could be described self as having decent penis. That's good.
That's fine. You don't have to say it's like super fantastic or anything, but I mean, I'll accept decent.
That would be perfect on a tombstone. And then parentheses, nothing crazy, ladies. I mean, perfect, functional, nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, he had a decent penis. What else can we say?
I would then end parentheses and then like all caps. It's like, why don't you come down and find out? Remember, this is over your grave. Oh, did I do it again? Oops, I did it again.
Yeah, it's Todd's Cash App. It eventually always goes there. You are welcome to describe your penis to us if you would like, or your favorite penis, either one.
Hmm. Bill, are you there?
No.
I just remembered something that I don't really know anything about. I know that somewhere, perhaps it was an Ed stream of recent vintage, but not that recent, obviously. And by the way, don't you think that's fucking amazing? Like, everyone knew, a lot of people knew for, I don't know, 10, 12 days, and nobody, rushed forward with, like, a breaking news, Ed will be going to jail next Thursday or whatever it was, you know what I mean? As in, nobody said that was amazing to me. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying now. Damn it. What was it going on?
Well, I didn't know what day. See, Ed and I don't really talk that much anymore. But like he had told me that he had a choice between taking 30 days in jail or I think 3 years probation, and he actually at that point he hadn't really decided yet. But it
Yeah,
sounded like he was leaning towards that, which is what I would have taken the 30 days too, just because I'd
yeah,
have to fucking behave for 3 years. But I didn't
obviously.
know when it was going to happen.
Yeah, but that's what I was too. It's like, oh, you can't even think about taking the 3 years. It's gonna, they charge you for every fucking visit. They'll come over to your house unannounced and all that. I was on probation once in New York State where you didn't have to pay for only like 4 more months or something. And the minute I lived in Binghamton, the minute I went to my friend's cabin up on the Erie Canal, above Syracuse, for like a long weekend, I come home and the goddamn probation officer had left his business card at my house. Nothing happened, but you know what I mean. That kind of a tale forever. For 3 years, anything could happen. And so it's like so much better to get it over with and do. I mean, 30 days is going to be less than 20. Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, by the way, back to something controversial and Tommy-ish. Tommy was doing I believe on Caps last night about the whole, out of the goodness of my heart, I didn't grind it about this and the text and all that. However, Tommy and Caps and others spent a good half an hour at the beginning of that program, uh, nonstop repeating homosexual rape things about a man in jail for a shorter period of time on meth charges. Homosexual rape. Am I lying? Homosexual rape. Do I say it again? Homosexual rape. Ponytail. His bride is ponytail. This, that. Homosexual rape. In the community about rape, like molestation and all that, and some rape and all that. Homosexual rape. Homosexual rape. Bill, do you mind if I say it one more time? Homosexual rape.
I would prefer you didn't, but at the same time, it has a certain ring to it. So
Did
we'll allow it.
It's too late, and just like when it comes at you, when your head's in the toilet, homosexual rape. And the point is, it was a half an hour of that, and it's been nonstop with Ed deserves this, and the ponytail, and the writing, and all that. You're talking about homosexual rape there, and yeah, teach your children, put them down on the couch, with the beds, and teach them. Hard to go.
There we go. Clown Force said it best. God, I'm gonna have to. I was probably gonna take the stream down anyway, but now I'm really gonna have to.
Surprising, yes. It's not like I'm above the joke. I can do the darkest jokes you want, but you know what I mean. Like, I then don't go like, and because of the goodness of my heart, with a bunch of people going like, he's so soft spoken and true and all. It was so sickening. I'm talking about Tommy.
If you're going to jail, it's not a surprise. Well,
Here's my okay. You want to hear my prediction of what it's going like for Ed in jail? The worst that could be happening by his fault and that is, when I lived through this, he could be getting along fine with his cellie. However, his cellie could start going like, motherfucker, as in Ed will be sleeping. Ed will be asleep the whole time, and the cellie will be like, we're out for now for lunch or this, that, and Ed will sleep through it. And the cellie will start resenting, like, get the fuck out so I can take a shit. That happens, as in, like, when two people don't have the sense to realize, like, doors are open, people have needs, perhaps you should get the fuck out. And as you'll see, like, when you got a cellmate, like a sensible cellmate, you see them go in, it's like, that's what they're doing. You sit back, and then after the air clears when they leave, you go in and take your shit. Now, I hardly ever shit. Once in a blue moon, in the middle of the night, you got to. But I hardly ever shit in front of anybody in all that time, and other times too that you apparently don't know about. But that's my fear for Ed, is in, like, he'll be that dead body that just sleeps, and his cellmate could resent that. As far as the rape goes and all that, and the funny jokes, that ain't happening in the county jail. It ain't happening.
Nah, that's the thing, and I don't know what that particular jail is like, but I've worked in a lot of jails, and usually with like people that like the weekenders, people that have to do weekends in jail, which I think is totally stupid. Or people that are there a short time, they're usually kept in a separate area from the ones that are in there for like a year or whatever. They usually keep the short timers separate from uh, the general population anyway. And again, I don't know about that jail, but that's just from what I've seen. That's usually how it's done.
And on the subject of Ed, with the child porn thing, unproven and all that, I don't like it either. As I've said all along, I hate it. Hate it. But as far as the inmates knowing, they ain't going to know. For one thing, Ed came from the outside to court. Inmates usually come in sometimes even handcuffed to each other. I had a terrible problem with that one time when I was handcuffed to a hugely famous molester here, and we all got mashed to the ground because of them beating him. But I'm suffocating. But the point is, Ed came from the outside, so it's not likely the jury box. They always use the jury box for the inmates when there's not a trial, and there's no other inmates that heard his case. No, most likely, and his case was about meth. So the judge isn't going to. What the hell's this ass with the child porn thing? It's not going to happen. So there's no way anybody in there knows anything. If they know anything, they wouldn't even know anything. And it's also not true. It may be true further in prison and all that. Like, I got to see, cellmate going like, I got to see your paperwork. That may be more true, but I've never seen that. I've never seen that in the county jail. Never. People ask you, what are you in for and all that, but no way do they, nobody. See, the problem. See, I've been in court with inmates where all 30 of us march in, and this guy stole a car, that guy violated probation. You're just like, it's early in the morning. You're like, oh God, I can't take this anymore. It's all boring, one after the other. Drugs, this, that, the other. And then all of a sudden it's like male prostitution. And you're like, well, that never happened to me. But I did see this young boy, as in he was over 18, but I saw him later in LA on the circuit. What I mean is, like, what I mean, like something like that. You could be like head down, like, oh God, I wish I was asleep, and anything odd, and that includes sexual molestation or rape or any of that, forced sexual activity. That, believe me, every fucking inmate head jerks up, and it's like a bionic, like zzz, like they like literally memorized the guy. and you therefore bring it back. All the rest of these 30 inmates could be, they go to this pod, that pod, and you and 5 others go to your pod, and everybody knows what you did, whoever that guy is, that we're talking about, as in, the guy with sex or, rape or whatever, or molestation. That's how it really spreads. And in prison, it is also possible that inmates work with the files, which is crazy, but it happens. And it spreads that way up there. But he's not in prison, and nobody's going to know about that S where he is. Also, it's like to even look up the idea of like contacting him right now. It is now, I didn't even know this, how complicated it is, because I am a person that why this happened. Like I am a person that has done acid in jail twice with acid arriving under the postage stamps. And then I know they started ripping off the postage stamps, after my period ish. And then now what they do is, of course, so it's another fucking industry to write to somebody in even a fucking county jail. You have to send it to some kind of outside company that makes money. They Xerox it and they send it to the jail, and the jail Xeroxes it and gives it to the inmate. So that would be like, I love you, honey, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, so that they make sure that you don't lace it with acid and all that. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard of people that they'll take what do you call it? It's the Suboxone strips. And I mean they're real fucking thin, and they dissolve in water. And like they were putting them under the stamps and all kinds of shit, and mailing Suboxone to inmates and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what they've done and what it is, I never heard of this until just this Ed thing, was, I mean, like, Ed will be out in 15 days from now, I would say. But that's what my honest bet would be, 15 to 20 for sure. And, the idea of like sending a letter, even though he doesn't contact anybody but Tommy, which a lot of people are pissed about. But it like has to go to some weird company in Maryland who then Xeroxes it, as in the Xeroxing is their whole that's their whole raison d'etre, as in, once they Xerox it, what you wrote and sent to them, if it's filled with drugs, that goes in their trash and gets shredded, because now they send the Xerox so the inmate sees your little sentiments, but they ain't getting your drugs. It's brilliant, but it's still another prison industry right before your eyes.
Well, I mean, it's also pretty easy to smuggle sea monkeys into jail, because you can just take the eggs and hide them pretty much anywhere, and then reactivate them in water. And if you get enough sea monkeys smuggled into a jail, you can have your own fucking sea monkey army, man.
Are you telling me that you hung around with sea monkeys?
I identify as a sea monkey.
I'm getting the AB and talking about this bill. This aggression ain't gonna stand.
Dude, I think I fucking, like, I took a shitload of pills earlier and took just a few more a little while ago, and I find myself zoning off and numbing out because I'm not used to taking this much at a time anymore. Sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah, well, why don't you?
Whew, that was kind of the point, though. I mean, that's why I walked from my place to where I'm at now. Hence the beginning of the stream.
What?
Yeah, I didn't want to drive, and I also don't have any. I feel totally naked because, like, I don't carry guns while I'm, tripping out. But I took it off, and now I feel naked because I don't have a gun on me either, and I don't know why I'm talking about this.
I think you should shoot your gun more. I'm convinced that there are guns all over. I mean, that there are ghosts all over your property.
Now, the shit that I take don't make you see shadow people. See, Andrea D knows what it's about. She's half sea monkey. She gets it.
Now the thing,
And that's part of why we are gonna elope. We have to take Bones with us, but still.
yeah, but you have enough weirdness in you. So, like this thing about me and Tommy Boy and the big pants harness and being shaken around. I mean, you would donate $5 or $10 for that, wouldn't you?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, nice. Until it would be like we'd be shaking around until we'd be like wearing overalls until something comes out of one of the pants legs, and we keep being shaken. Pant legs, by the way. Let's say it right.
I didn't drive because my credit score is under 250, but who's counting? I don't use credit, dumb fuck. My vehicles are paid for. I've never had a car payment because I always pay cash for all my shit.
That's what people could never believe about me. Like I've been dead poor all my life, but I always pay, like my Discover card. I charge everything so you could earn some shit, which basically is,
Hmm.
and you know what I mean. Like they offer you shit quarterly, as in like, do you want just money? And like, yeah, it's $60 off your bill. It's flat out money. But
Yeah, I used to do that too. You get a credit card, and then I don't know what it's like now, but like in the early 2000s, they were crazy about shit. They give you a credit card. All you got to do is pay the shit off every month, and you never pay any interest. And then you get 3% or 5% cash back.
yeah,
What I was doing was at the time when they were trying to get everybody to go to the Sacagawea gold dollars, the U.S. Mint had a deal where you could buy them dollar for dollar and not pay shipping. So I used to pay for it with my credit card. I think it was 5% cash back you got on that. So you get the coins without paying shipping. Take the coins and just put them back in your bank account and pay off your credit card right away. And you're making 5% every time you fucking do that. And I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. So I think that's why they took my card away because I kept fucking them over like that for a while.
I have suffered a grievous wound. Mandingo wants wants you to kick me.
Say what?
Mandingo wants you to kick me.
Ah, man, Dingo, don't tell me what to do.
But he says,
Now,
oh, by the way, that's another. That reminds me of another subject altogether, as in the thing about have some balls, pull up here, and all that. How in the name of God is that having any balls? As in pull up and scream at somebody on the Bill, God, I hate you and your nasty nipples. Why are your nipples so twisted and awful? As in
well, no, I mean, it don't really take hardly any balls to jump up on somebody's panel. Um, but it takes even smaller balls just to sit, and hide behind alt accounts and say shit. And you know
like
what I mean? That's pretty weak too.
yeah, like Jenny T, whose actual name is Melvin Belli, and he's a dentist from Sacramento. Jenny T is a big overweight dentist. Everybody knows it. I'm just oh, that's right. My chat is so far behind. I'm waiting to see like the reaction, but it takes too long. Oh,
Tommy Boy was gonna pretend like he has a life when he's apparently watches every single fucking panel, which is weird.
I have had
Takes the time to go back and watch them later and then do videos about it. and like 60% of the information he puts out is wrong. Like this motherfucker knows nothing about me.
It's close. It's close, and it sounds guilty, but it's not correct. That's what he did to me. It's no biggie. I don't even care about the Jonathan thing.
Well, I mean, he could at least make it like not boring. You know what I mean?
And what is going on with these panelists now, or and video makers? Like, they'll make a video and then sticking like, oh, and by the way, what if I did that with like, and now I'd like to hear it. I'd like you to hear Olivia Newton-John from 1972. It's what the fuck are they doing? Playing like a 6-minute like fucking rap thing. It's like, who gives a fuck? And then also with these, PHI or whatever, harping, as you play the same videos over and over. I guess it's because Haystack did them or something, and like to praise him, but it's like, you can't use that material over and over and over and run a show. Don't you realize? Like, and then they'll go like, "Oh, he's trying to suppress." It's like, no, it's just bad. It's terrible, terrible, terrible.
I don't know. I mean, I had a talk. I don't remember where the fuck it was at, but I told Tommy Boy I was disappointed, and he's like, well, give me another chance, watch me again. And I did, and I'm still disappointed. So I gave him every opportunity.
Yeah, that thing with Sam that he did last was a fiasco, really. He doesn't seem to pop up that much, but I don't know. All I can say is he doesn't seem.
Okay, if somebody wants to donate, how much should I ask for? $8,423.31. I'll kick JT.
Oh, was somebody asking for that again?
No, I saw somebody earlier say something about kicking you, but I'll only do it for the specified amount I just said. And I can't remember the amount that I just said, so yeah.
Do you want me to go?
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No, I was just being an asshole.
No, I'm like the way they did with Sam the other night. I think it's like yes or no. And when it's like a complicated question, if he goes like, well, blah, blah, they're like yes or no. Like there's some kind of like fucking Nazi prosecutors. It's like you're not owed a damn thing.
Oh shit, I missed something. I saw Jenny T say I get blamed for something, but what am I getting blamed for now? Because I do get blamed for a lot of shit I didn't really do.
I forgot to look. Did Jenny T respond about my slander of her or not? Let's see. I don't know. I think Jenny T used to be in ZZ Top.
You think she was in ZZ Top?
Well, she didn't respond to me, so therefore I attack her in that way.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's worse things you could say about a person, so I guess it's all right.
Hey, this is the community. We, if somebody doesn't please you in any way, you attack them with slander. That's what you do.
Oh yeah, I get blamed for. They say, oh, he doxes people. The only people I've ever doxed were FBC after they had doxed me and several other people.
Look,
but I've been blamed for doxing people that I never fucking doxed. I've been blamed for doxing people I don't even have their information.
There's a couple of people upset about my doxing Jenny T for her being in ZZ Top. And I should have thought about it, you know what I mean? Like, ZZ Top made millions and millions, and they could be, like, coming over to her ranch and trying to get some things. Sorry, Jenny T. Gibbons. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that Jenny T is not Billy Gibbons because I've heard Billy Gibbons speak quite a bit, and I've had several phone conversations with Jenny T, and she don't sound like a bearded dude
Well,
unless she has a voice changer.
yeah, but you know what? The one thing she's got? She's got legs. And
She's got yeah, I like that song. Oh yeah, Pat Con is actually right. I've admitted to that several times. That is actually true.
you
But the way what Red Hood fails to tell people is why I did it. I wasn't doing it just to be an asshole. I had a damn good reason. And then he tells people that I actually did dox him when I never fucking did. But yes, I did threaten to. That is a fact.
Hey, what would happen if you, Bill, you and Ryan were put into those big overalls and jerked around for a half an hour till something came out of the cuffs?
um, I would probably just cradle him and hold on to him and tell him it was going to be okay.
No.
Because he would be clinging on to me like a terrified baby squirrel the whole time. You know that, right?
He would put his nose up your armpit like it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just cradle him and tell him it was going to be okay.
They're there. Then when you get on they release you, bring you up and put you on the platform. The whole crowd's like, yay. Then he would be like, Reagan did this. This is all Reagan's fault. I am the president.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot. From day one, going in that room with that guy getting naked and smoking the crack, and it was unbelievable.
Well, I think we should all get naked and smoke crack. You want to hear something weird? Is I've never actually smoked crack. I've done a lot of powdered coke, but I just don't like how people act on the fucking crack. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I just won't do it.
Oh, it's a trap of a delight. I mean, it is so. The first time I did it was in LA. Well, it was in Huntington Beach area of LA, kind of out, but with the guy that I was with, and then some other friend of his, gays, but then his brother and some other guy, tougher Mexican guys, not gay. And we went to the back bedroom to do it, and then it comes to me, and I'd seen the gusts of smoke that everybody was releasing, and it comes to me, and everyone's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like it's bad when you introduce even these guys. But like it's bad when you introduce somebody to something that's addictive to this. And my, of course, cool fear is like, you know what I mean? I see these gusts of smoke coming out, and I'm so afraid. It's just like weed, like, you know what I mean? Like, the way my lungs are now. Like if I did a great big bong, I would be hacking somebody. So I'm afraid of that, and I never.
Yeah.
Like that when it would come out, it is the fucking smoothest, coolest thing. And of course, as it does go out, your brain, oh my God, I can feel it now. Your brain just fills with the most endorphins. It's just so wonderful. It reaches a height of almost being scary, like, oh, well, I'm going to have a heart attack. But you're also like, I don't care. And it's so great. But it only lasts for so long. And, not very long at all. And then more. And then next thing, of course, everyone's digging through like the carpet. Like maybe that's, and you smoke pieces of little soap or something. You know what I mean? It turns into mania. The need. But the high is, oh my God. It's upsetting to me now to think of it as in like how, believe me, if somebody somehow knocked on the door and went, crack for sale, I'd do it. And I could kill myself with it. It would be, but I'm never going to like go out and get that. You know what I mean? But if it just plopped on me, it's so very addictive.
Yeah, I mean, some people say that yeah, cocaine is cocaine, but there's something different about crack. I mean, it changes it from, you know, reason they call it free basing is because it changes it into a base. But um, yeah, there's just something about like people like I don't know. I can do powdered cocaine and just like chill. You know what I mean? But when people are smoking the shit, they just kind of get extra. I don't know what it is. They get extra desperate for it when it wears off.
Yeah.
Even when it's, I mean, you get that way with regular cocaine anyway. Like if you go on a 3 day run, when it's finally run out, for a couple of days, man, you fiend for that shit.
Yeah.
But that's how people get hooked on crack so easy is because it seems to be way worse with that. I don't know why, but I don't know.
Hey, look, in a sense, we've hardly talked about Tommy, and that's what they always accuse me of. Now they're going, hey, Colfax is rambling, which, by the way, every time we get me or you or anybody get on another subject, then it's rambling. And what I believe is that I should have 6 weird little pickle-sized dicks, and that all these people should be mashed into that mess, and it'd be all foamy and awful. All
Well, I mean, here's the deal. A lot of people when they ramble, their ramblings are just like pretty fucking boring, and the majority of ramblers, I would find a way to get rid of them on here. But when you ramble, if people really pay attention to the shit you're saying, you throw in these little fucking tidbits and Easter eggs that are either hilarious or informative. But it seems to just go over most people's heads.
Are you calling me black?
Yes. Yeah, I only have you up here so I can fill my minority quota.
No, but I like how they. Thank you, and by the way, and I like how they gotta have it their way. It's either Tommy, or we spend a half an hour talking about weird shit like I don't even remember what we just talked about, but weird shit, and then it's babbling. So it's either gotta be like I gotta be like, and Tommy today, ran over a baby at 7-Eleven. Either it's got to be that, or if I talk about anything else, oh my God! Did you see that the nuclear war happened on the other side of the world today? And then to be like, babbling.
Yeah, you always find we could be talking about nuclear wars or peace talks or whatever, but somehow you always manage to slip in something about anal warts, and people just don't catch it. But I do.
Well, I feel like Christy. Now I put so much out. It was at Long Beach Naval Hospital where I had them burned. And by the way, if you really want to know, oh shit, there's somebody else, a friend of mine that is in this community found this. But what was the point? Oh shit! Now what? Fuck! What was I saying?
Well, people are justifiably calling me out because I require everybody to be naked, and you're not. What they don't know is that the reason JT is only on camera from the waist up is because he has no pants on. So that's how he gets away with it, y'all.
And because I have 6 little teeny pickle-sized dicks that are ever foaming, effervescent, and
Correct.
Supreme Court has found that obscene to show. Well, are people really complaining to get rid of me? Who gives it? Oh, it's such a boost to my ego to appear before 60 people. Oh, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me. Oh, shit. Now I'm taking you to the bathroom. I didn't mean to. It's getting to the point where I'm no fun anymore. I am so.
Oh shit! Hang on, man. Give me a second here.
Sometimes the past.
Yeah, I can see this going horribly wrong.
Oh, no. It ain't going to. I just had to. Oh, did you blink me out?
Yes, I did.
Well, I'm done. I'm on my way back to the living room. I would never do that.
All right, there we go.
You bastard. Oh, now you just turned me into a J?
Actually, I didn't do that. I don't know why that happened.
You coward. Never done that, ever. I mean, come on. That's like a suicide.
I'm not saying you would have done it on purpose. I'm just saying I saw an accident waiting to happen, and an
No,
ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
that's what I was in there for. I didn't want the accident to happen. Come on. I fucking hate blinds so much.
I do too, man. We ought to ban blind people.
Those bastards.
Fucking non-seeing motherfuckers. Who the fuck they think they are? Just because they get a free dog and people,
Walking around clickety-clacking all the time.
they get to carry that fucking stick and nobody asks any questions. If you or me tried that, we would hear it to no end.
Ooh, look at me. I'm blind. Hey, that was your fault, Bill. The whole group thing that we brought up for. God damn this fucking... Oh, I hate blinds so much. There. Now how do I fix the J thing? You ruined me.
Try turning your camera back on. I don't know how that happened.
Oh yeah, it does say cam is off. Already.
Yeah.
There it goes.
There you go. Yeah, I can mute you, but I don't think I can turn your camera off. What is that, your hit list?
Yeah. Whole community. I got the whole community in my notebook.
You better be careful. They'll make videos about you.
No, they won't, because the panel channel only does Ray and Ray related videos. They you know what I mean? They were a subsidiary of Ray Co. Incorporated. Click down the panel channel. How many times did we hear that and then saw it? It was crazy. It was so ridiculous and obvious. Dead body.
It hasn't, like the only one of those channels that I'm actually subscribed to, I think, is Predator Catcher's Drama, but I don't think they've put anything out since they dropped the Ed video. Or am I wrong?
I don't know, but those channels always controlled by a certain amount of people, certain type of person, and totally biased Fox Newsy type of shit. And why don't you take that and stuff it up your ass, Bill?
Hey, if it'll fit, or even if it won't.
Give me your gun. Will you sell me your gun for coke?
Would I sell you a gun? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a convicted felon, so to own a gun is impossible. So if I bring you a big batch of coke, will you give me your gun?
Yeah.
The panel channel. Oh, fuck shit. Hey, Do you have?
Well, I'll be real honest with you. I have sold guns to felons in the past because, like, I know people that, like, when they were 20, they did some fucked up shit, went to prison for a few years, got a felony out of it when they were 20 years old. And some of these guys are, like, they turn their shit around. Some of these guys are some of the most responsible people I've ever met in my life, right? Like, they don't do fucked up things. They're good people. They keep their shit together. Um, some of them even eat breakfast. But yeah, there are people that have felonies on their record that can't legally own guns that I would sell guns to over certain people that have never been arrested because I know they're dumb fucks.
Yeah,
There are people that were back when I was selling guns all the time. There were people that I just wouldn't fucking give a gun to because they were just too goddamn stupid. What I would do is either just tell them flat out, no, you're an idiot. I'm not selling you a gun, or I would just like jack the price up real fucking high so they think I was the crazy one. But yeah, if somebody's a responsible person and doesn't do fucked up shit, like I probably wouldn't do it now, but I had no problem with selling them a gun.
well, if you had all these guns, you should have somebody make a mask that makes you look like Billy Idol, and then blow your head off.
Oh man, not again.
Mm. I have owned guns as a felon. I don't know, not for many years. Nothing now. Don't send anybody. Nothing. Like, 16 years or something. But I had a Glock, and oh yeah, because I also didn't do anything with it, didn't take care of it. And one time, I don't know what, drunk in the middle of the night, I take it out for some stupid. I think I was on a live stream back in some old shit that I used to do, and with a webcam, little ball webcam, and but no, that wasn't going on. Anyway, the point is,
Oh, all right, Warbot Fan Club. Good luck with that. I hope everything comes out all right.
so I'm drowning. Forget it, right? The point is, I couldn't get it to adjust, and it was stuck. So I owned a house, the only house I ever owned in Binghamton, New York, at 40 Holland Street, and I threw the gun down the stairs, laying like prone at the top of the stairs, and it fired. And I never ever found out. Like, I was so afraid, like, oh, how stupid what I just did. But I wanted to get it unclogged. But I thought, like, as stupid as it, like, what if it went right into the fucking oven or something. But I never ever found a bullet hole. Did find like a shredded casing. Must have exploded in the gun. I don't know, but
What caliber was it? What kind of gun?
it was a Glock.
Well, okay, so it was at least a 9mm. I don't think Glock makes 22s, or maybe they do. I don't know. The bullets can do funny things, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I was so I should never have had it out at that time of night and drunk anyway. But it's like
No.
jam, because of course I never took care of it, never oiled it or anything. And I
Yeah.
go to the back of the closet and get this damn thing out. And it's jam. And then, but like I could tell, like this needs just like a bang, and the fucking thing will unjam itself. So I threw it down, and I told this girl, she's still a great friend of mine, and she was like, "Oh my god, that's exactly why you should never have one," and all that. And I'm like, "Look, I was, except for the fact that it might hit a gas line or something." It was completely, you know what I mean? Like I'm laid on the floor at the top of the stairs and threw it down the stairs,
Well, weapons handling, muzzle discipline, trigger discipline, all that kind of stuff, pretty goddamn important, man.
yeah.
I mean, people will think, oh, I'm safe because I'm pointing the gun at the floor, but have you got downstairs neighbors? You know what I mean? You got to think beyond that shit.
I had a house of my own.
I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, you could have popped a hole in your refrigerator, or I mean, it's better than shooting a person, or popped a gas line. That shit's happened, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I told you. God Damn you! What's wrong with you? How dare you?
I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't.
How dare you accuse me of what I just told you? You are really slow. Is the cocaine really that bad in Indiana?
Yes. Yes, it is, and I wish I had some.
It couldn't have hit my refrigerator, by the way, but it could have hit the soap. But I
Fuck,
told
man, you could have shot the tip of your pee off. Then what would you do?
no, I couldn't because I'm laying prone at the top of the stairs. There's no way it could have gotten up there.
Bullets do funny things, man.
No, no way. No way. For me to lay down and do something and then have to get back up, come on. Well, of course, I was much younger then, but it's just not likely.
I mean, bullets. Like when they hit something, they can they can take a right turn. They can, you know, they do funny things. And something people don't understand about bullets is like if you're on concrete or whatever, when a bullet ricochets, it doesn't bounce like a billiard ball. It more likely follows along the surface, and the harder the surface, the closer it'll follow it. That's why if you're in a shootout, you don't want to lean up against a wall. You want to stay at least like a foot away from it, because bullet hits that wall, it'll travel along the wall and not bounce at, like a billiard ball angle.
I know.
So yeah.
That's why I protected myself completely.
All right, man.
Completely and utterly. And then that gun is now at the bottom of the Chenango River in Binghamton, New York. I realized like I could not drag this thing into my future life in Colorado, which has now been many, many years, almost 2 decades coming up. And I was like, I can't take that with me. Like, I just didn't want to drive with it across the country. Like, this is going to fuck me up. If I get caught with this, it's going to fuck me up so bad. Felon with a gun. I'm like, it's not worth it. And I threw it in the river.
Oh, all right, y'all. Yeah, drone racer. I don't let that happen here.
I can't see Drone Racer. What the hell is he saying?
Uh, nothing. It's not important, but it's not something that I would let happen here.
Is it because I'm Jewish? Jewish as fuck?
Yes.
And black?
And because your aversion to blind people.
Oh, those fuckers. God, with the clippity cloppity. Oh, it makes me so mad.
Oh, all right, y'all. Some shit's going on behind the scenes, as they say, so I'm gonna have to hang this up. I guess if Tommy Boy still wants to come up here, he can reach out to me and I'll go back live again, but that's totally up to him.
Is he talking about it? What's going on?
He was earlier. I don't think he's around now, but
he said he was going
I don't know if anybody actually talks to that guy. I don't think anybody wants to.
He said he was going to a bar. He never said anything
about
coming up. Are you clouding yourself?
No, he said earlier that if I was still alive when he got done at the bar, he wanted to come up.
So I'm just
if he still wants to do that, if he reaches out to me or whatever, I might come back. I just don't want him to say, "Oh, I shut the panel down before he had a chance to come up," because that's not the case. So there's the offer. If he wants to come up here and talk, I'll come back live later. But
like, this has been enough. Who would go to a bar for this amount of time and then come back home?
Yeah, I don't. He likes to pretend like he has a life that I don't really believe.
Hey, Joe Mers is saying hello to me. Is Joe Mers somebody?
What? No, Dead Twist. It's got nothing to do with you. It's just the messages I've been getting, unrelated to this.
Who are you talking about?
I was talking to Dead Twist, but I'm sorry. Yeah, Joe Murr says hi. You can go with that.
Yeah. Am I allowed to talk to him? Is there something wrong
Yeah,
with him?
yes, yeah. Just make it snappy. I gotta get off here.
Does he have weird nipples or something? What's going on with Joe Murs?
Um, isn't Murs Latin for weird nipples?
I'm pretty sure it is. He probably belongs in like a Cambodian prison. That's my feeling. That's just my gut feeling when I see the name.
I get the feeling that he's guarding a Cambodian prison.
Oh, like
He's like wearing that fucking green uniform with that weird ass army hat, and he's got like an M1 Garand strapped to his
yeah.
back, and he's on a cell phone guarding the. Yeah, I just get that impression. I don't know why.
So even though he doesn't speak a word of Cambodian, he just walks through and everybody stops. Oh yeah, he'd like that. That fucking Joe Murs. That's exactly like him.
Hmm.
Also reminds me a little bit of Cat Eyes. I'm pretty sure Cat Eyes would make a lampshade out of your back, Bill, if you're not careful.
I believe that actually. I've thought about that before. I was like, man, I bet. Like, I mean, she's been pretty nice to me recently. Uh, but yeah, I get the feeling that if you went to her house and she's like, "Oh, here, have some of these muffins that I made," they would be delicious, but also laced with something that would knock your ass out. And then you would wake up in a bathtub without your skin, and she'd be there fucking sewing up a lampshade. Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be all getting dressed for like she's going to the prom or something. She's 84 years old, and caking on the lipstick while you're just like, I'm barely alive. What are you doing? Please kill me. And she's all like, with like some kind of old time radio, like, would you like to swing on a star? Mm. I can picture Cat doing that. Wait,
Yeah.
you allow people like Sabby to be up here
In limited quantities, yes.
in here? Isn't she dead? Doesn't she have three tits? What's wrong with her?
I heard that third tit thing was just a rumor,
No,
or not really a rumor, but it's an old wives' tale passed down from generation to generation.
no. Her third tit is right. It's big and it's right in the middle of the back, like a fin.
Huh.
No wonder everybody hates.
People have been telling me the wrong story my whole life then. All right, I really got to get going, guys. Thanks for coming up, JT, and entertaining us. Yeah, the offer is open if Tommy Boy really wants to have a conversation tonight. He can get a hold of me, or somebody can get a hold of me, or whatever, and we can possibly go back live. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Y'all stay naked. Later.
Man.